Hey everybody, today we will see the router configuration in Cisco Packet Tracer. As you can see in this slide, we have created two networks and connected them using a 29 series router. So let's see how to configure the router in Cisco Packet Tracer. So let's move directly to Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is the Cisco Packet Tracer screen. Here we'll try to create the same network. So first click on end devices, take PC, select PC and drag it onto this screen. Similarly, on the other side, take two more PCs and then click on this network devices, select switch. In this switch, we are going to take 2960 switch to connect these two PCs and one more 2960 switch to connect the PC on the other side. And basically we require one router also to connect these two networks. So click on routers. We can see different series of routers are available over here. So we are going to utilize 29 series router as it contains 3 Ethernet ports, gigabit Ethernet ports. Click on the router. Now next task is to connect all the devices using appropriate cable connection. So click on this symbol and then basically PC can be connected to this switch using copper straight through connection. Select this, select one of the fast Ethernet port available to this switch. Similarly connect the other devices also. So now we have connected the PCs to the switch. Now we need to connect switch with the router. So here again, which type of cable needs to be taken to connect these two devices? As we know, switch is a layer 2 device and router is a layer 3 device. So we are going to connect uh, different devices. So here a copper straight through cable needs to be taken to connect them. Select one of the port available to this switch and here basically you can see 3 gigabit Ethernet ports are available. So take one of the port for connecting the switch with the router. Same thing we need to do on the other side also. So now all the connections are established. Next task is to do the IP configuration of all the end devices. So basically we want to create this as network 1 and this one as network 2. So let me just mark it also using the rectangle symbol. Select one of the color. Let's take any random color to mark network 1. Similarly for the network 2 we can take some other color with this one. So we need to be okay. So here we will write also as network 1, this as network 2, right? Now just close this dialog. Now assign the IP address to these computers. So here I am taking class A IP address to assign this system. So click on this PC, go to desktop, click on IP configuration. Here I am assigning one of the IP address from class A, 10 dot, sorry, it's bit 10, 10.10.1.101, and then close this. Similarly, assign the IP address to the another PC. So here I am assigning 102, and we will just make a note also. IP address assigned to each system. So here we have assigned 101 and for this 102. Now assign the IP address on the other side also. So here I am taking a class C IP address. Go to desktop, IP configuration, and here I am assigning 192.168.1.101 to this device, and then close this. For the other device, go to desktop, click on IP configuration, and here let's assign 102, and then just place a note. The IP address have been assigned the devices. Here I have assigned 102. So clearly you can see these are the two networks, network 1 and network 2. They are connected using router. So now let's check. Here basically next task is to do the router configuration. If basically if PC4 wants to communicate to PC6, so that message needs to be passed and needs to be forwarded to this router, and router will forward the message to network 2. Since router is not configured, so this packet will not be forwarded further. So we need to configure this router. So click on this router first, go to CLI, and here it is asking, would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? Write no, press enter, and here we need to enter into the privileged mode. Okay, so to do that we need to write enable, and then we need to enter into config mode. So we'll write config space D. So we can see now we are in configuration mode, and here basically we need to configure these two interfaces, gigabit 0/0 and gigabit 0/1. So we'll do one by one. First we will configure the gigabit 0/0. So for that we will write interface, and then the name of the interface, that is 0/0. G stands for gigabit. Press enter, and then assign the IP address to this interface. So like IP space address, and assign one of the address from this class to this interface. So I'm taking one of the class A IP address 10.10.1.100 and then space the subnet mask. Since this is a class A IP address, so subnet mask will be 255.0.0.0. Receptor. Now basically this interface we have assigned the IP address. The next command is no sub. So this command is used to change the state of the router to this router interface to up. Press enter. So here we can see the changes also. Now this interface is getting configured and the state is also getting changed. So now just come out of this interface mode. So write the command as exit. Now the same process we need to repeat for the other side for this interface gigabit 0/1. So first command will be interface gigabit 0/1, the name of interface. Next it will be basically we need to assign the IP address to this interface. So I'm going to take one of the IP address from class C to assign to this interface. Space and class C for class C subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Press enter and then write no sub to change this router interface to up state. Now we have configured both the interfaces. Close this. Now we can see in network 1 all the PCs are connected through this switch to this gigabit 0/0 interface, right? And in network 2 all the PCs are connected to gigabit 0/1 interface. So basically we need to change the default gateway field of each device in this network similar to the router interface IP address. Okay, so we're going to start with this PC. Go to IP config. So right now we can see by default here default gateway is 0.0.0. So we need to change this. So here basically we need to assign the IP address of this router interface, that is gigabit 0/0, right? Close this, assign the same to this side also. Go to IP configuration and here this field also needs to be assigned with the same router interface IP address. Okay, now in network 2 for these two devices we need to change the default gateway similar to the IP address assigned to this router interface, that is gigabit 0/1. Click on this device, go to IP configuration. So copy this. Since we have assigned the IP address as 100, right? Copy, then close. go to this PC, go to ipconfig, and here just write the router interface IP address. Close this. Now let's see, try to pin PC6 from PC4, PC6 on network 2 from PC4 in network 1. Okay, so just click on this PC4, go to command prompt, and here just write pinch command and the IP address of this PC. So that is 192.168.1.101. Press enter. Let's see what happens. So first packet is lost, and then we are getting the reply from PC6. Okay, so we can again check. So we are getting the reply from the first packet itself. Okay, so it means these two networks are connected now, and data can be sent from this network to network 2. Similarly, we can check once from any PC in network 2 and try to pinch uh, any one of the PC in network 1. So I'm clicking on PC7, go to command prompt, and write the command as pinch space, and then write the IP address. Suppose I'm writing the IP address of this PC. So this is 10.10.1.102, right? Press enter. So first packet is getting lost. After that we are getting the reply. Just repeat the same. So here we are getting the reply. So now both the networks are connected using the routers. We have seen here the router configuration also. So I hope you understood the process of configuring the router in Cisco Packet Tracer. So thank you so much everyone for your patience and listening the content shared in this video. Thank you so much.